Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, February 16th, 9:32 a.m. Central Standard Time. Welcome to Slightly Early. We've reached 1,000 subscribers on the Slightly Biased Clips channel. Yeah! Yeah! It's kind of funny because on the real Slightly Biased channel, it took me like 2 years to get 1,000 subscribers, and Slightly Clips took me like a month. Progression, I guess. That's what we call progress. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check this out live every morning on playback.tv/slightlybiased. And if you're watching this on playback.tv/slightlybiased, you can check these out after the stream on YouTube, the Slightly Biased Clips channel. 3 games last night. We are officially at the NBA All-Star break. Each team has played their pre-All-Star break schedule. The Rising Stars Challenge, the Rising Stars game is tonight. And to be 100% honest with you, I'm not entirely sure the layout. I know that they have teams and there's a tournament. And I'm trying to think if I even watched it last year, which I don't think I did. But with Derek Lively in attendance for the Mavs, I do fully plan on tuning in tonight and seeing our boy. He's going to be there. He's going to be performing. Again, I'm a little confused as to the whole format of it all. I know that it's a tournament, right? I mean, let's look it up. Rising Stars game. It's not how it was in the past. How it works. Thank you. This is exactly what I need. The Panini Rising Stars game. There's 4 teams. How does it work? How it works. Gasol, Catchings, and Rose selected their teams through the Rising Stars draft, which took place Tuesday, February 6th. Okay. All 3 games in the mini tournament will be played to a final target score, which means each game will end on a made basket or free throw rather than time expiring. Okay, I do like that. 2 semifinal games, game 1 and game 2, will be played to a final target score of 40. The final game, featuring the winners, will be played to a final target score of 25. All right, that's kind of fun. Let's just look at the teams, shall we? Let's make our predictions right now. Okay. Team Pal. Hold on a second. Team Pal has Bilal, Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Miller, Podziemski, Jabari Smith, Casey Wallace, and Wimby. Oh, shit. I mean, just immediately off the rip. Team Tamika, Paolo, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Duren, Keontae George, Scoot, Ivy, Keegan Murray, and Vince Williams Jr. I need to see how seriously they're going to take it. Damn, I mean, Podziemski's going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. They just played last night. So is Keontae. So is Scoot. Yeah, I'm not loving this team, but it's not terrible actually. Jalen, Jordan Hawkins, Chet Holmgren, Walker Kessler, Derek Lively. Chet, Walker Kessler, Derek Lively. Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Sohan, and Jalen Williams. He's going to be point Jalen, huh? Point Jalen. The roster construction of this team is trash, but what's with the little, these guys are hurt, aren't they? Shane and Dyson Daniels are both hurt, yeah. Okay. And the team Detlef has all of the G League guys. I mean, Team Pow is going to shit all over them, huh? Team Pow is by far the best. We'll see. Root for Team Jalen. Hopefully my boy D-Live plays well. I don't even know what the situation is going to be. They have 3 centers on their roster, like 5 bigs. Jalen, they need to get me out there, man. They need to get me out there coaching the team. All right, not coaching the team, building the team, general manager. I did me and some of my friends, we made a 2K online league a couple of days ago. Mock draft, fantasy draft. Took Brunson with my first round pick, like 16th overall. Got Caruso. Mikal Bridges, Jaden McDaniels, Jonathan Isaac, Wendell Carter Jr. I mean, we're clamping up. We're not scoring a lot of points, but we're clamping up on defense. We're switching everything. We're hiding Jalen Brunson. We got Caruso for premier guards. I mean, somebody fucking hire me. Somebody hire me. And I just traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. You're not scoring on us. But we're not scoring that much either. We're very offensively inept. Becky Hammond won't hire me. Yeah. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. This should be fun. I was talking about it before the stream. Jalen Williams' brother, Cody Williams. He's tearing it up. There's some buzz that he could go first overall. I don't know if that'll happen, but he's gonna go, I mean, top 5 probably, right? In the upcoming draft. One of these things where would he be getting this much hype if, like, from the clips I've seen, he looks great. Does his brother being Jalen Williams help his, like, draft case? Like, we'll look at what his brother is doing. I always wonder how that works. He looks good, though. 8 of 8 from the field. Means his genes are good. He's 6'9" and really good. Yeah. And it's also not that strong of a draft class. Ooh, he looks nice, man. What? Micah Parsons allegedly crossed over Stephen A. Smith so bad that Stephen A. Smith went to the hospital.
Shannon Sharp. It's going to be Epic TV, right? Absolutely. Sponsored by Ruffles. So yesterday, SA had to get out to Naptown early, and they had a practice. So he started messing around with Micah Parsons, of all people, one of the guys on his team, obviously a Dallas Cowboy. Micah crossed him over, and all I know is Stephen A's at the hospital right now getting x-rays. So I'll let him...
Oh, he literally got his ankles broken. That's crazy. You can't be. Listen, I'm in my late 20s, and I understand that I gotta pick and choose when I really turn it on. I have to be feeling it. I have to know that my body's ready to go. Man, you can't be in your 50s trying to guard Micah Parsons. Okay, it's just not it. I was leaving the gym yesterday, and it got infested by a bunch of high schoolers. That's cool. I used to do the same thing. So I'm walking out. I got on my bag, I'm walking out. This guy's dribbling, and he starts, like, doing moves on me as I'm trying to walk out. He's like, where the fuck you going? Like, fucking around. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go home. Understand this, man. I'm not in the mood. Please stop. I know you're trying to impress your friends, okay? I'm 28 years old and had a long day. Let me go home. Yeah, beef stewed him. Anyone else feel that way? If you play pickup or something and someone's trash talking, it's like, dude, come on. Just not in the mood. Only fun if you're boys. All right, let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. Lost in embarrassing fashion last night to a Grizzlies team that, honest to God, if you haven't been following them that much, which I really haven't, there were players playing in this game big minutes that you did not know existed. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Trey Jameson, did not know who the fuck this guy was. He's played in 9 games this season. This is how checked out I've been of Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Jennison, dude, was ass. He was trying. Jemison was trying. He's got a great motor. Good activity. But yeah, he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest, but he does try. Okay, you got to give him some props there. You got to give it to him. He's trying out there. He is trying. But the story, of course, for the Grizzlies is G.G. Jackson and just how great he's been lately. And this is why, ultimately, this has been a shitty season, obviously, for the Grizzlies. A season from hell in a lot of ways. But I think, ultimately, in the long run, it'll be better for them. It'll be better for them. Because, one, you're going to get a high draft pick to add to your team in the upcoming draft. And from everything I've seen about the draft, I haven't looked into it whatsoever, but from what people have said, that this is a good draft if you need role guys. There's going to be a lot of really solid role players. There might not be the megastar, but there's a lot of really strong players. And yeah, I mean, that's G.G. Jackson. A lot of people think if he was in this year's draft, he'd go number 1 overall. And he's kind of showing it, man. He's the youngest guy in the league, isn't he? 27 points, 10 of 17, 6 of 10 from 3. Just confidence level through the roof. Going right at Giannis, shooting over Giannis. This kid doesn't give a fuck about anything, which is what you want from a young player like this. Zaire Williams actually had a good game for once, 27 points, 4 of 7 from 3. Yeah, he looks to have fun out there. The team loves him. Anytime GG does something, the bench goes absolutely nuclear. Lamar Stevens, God bless him. I mean, they had him against Giannis, and he was trying. Giannis had an incredible game in this game. 35 points, 15 to 17, 12 assists. That was a dominant performance by Giannis. He looked incredible last night. Lamar Stevens was on him, and there's a pretty big size, disadvantage there for Lamar Stevens, but he was trying his hardest. That's what I got to say about this Grizzlies team is they bring it. They try. They're obviously at a talent deficit in pretty much every single game. I mean, this is the worst roster in the league. What they ran out there last night with baiting out, obviously, Jaren missing time. This is probably just the worst on paper roster in the league, I think, currently. But they play hard. So go on the Joel Moran show today? Yes. But they're still playing hard, man. So you got to give some props to them. You got to give some props to Taylor Jenkins for coaching them to play hard. All right, I need to see just some stats from the Milwaukee Bucks since the Doc Rivers era began, when he coached his first game. I believe January 29th was his first game. Let's just see. Since then, the Milwaukee Bucks, I believe, have only won 2 games, right? 3-7. With still just an average defense, but what's crazy is their offense has fallen to 21st in that stretch. Here's the reality of the situation at hand, okay? Doc Rivers stinks. Okay, whatever the case may, whatever you want to say. And that could be true. That could be true. Doc Rivers not a great coach, whatever. Damian Lillard's got to stop pranking. Like, that's just it. If they want to be serious whatsoever, Damian Lillard has to stop pranking. Like, he's been okay. Here's the thing. Whenever the All-Star starters were announced, he's pranking. I don't know what he's doing. He's got to be joking. He's been terrible. For what he's supposed to be, for what they traded him for, he's been terrible, okay? He's been terrible. They traded Drew Holiday, who was a big reason why their defense was so elite, obviously. Even like Grayson Allen, who they traded in that deal, is a million times better than Pat Connaughton, who's just fucking awful. Or at least has been awful this season. And Damian Lillard just has not been good enough. Just hasn't been. You watch him, and you watch the Bucks games. This is why when the All-Star shit was coming out, I was like, really? PJ Washington, huh? Or not PJ Washington, sorry. I saw PJ Washington on Twitter. Damian Lillard, huh? Starting. We were saying, I was like, I thought Damian Lillard had a better chance to miss the All-Star game, or a better case to miss the All-Star game entirely than to start. But his stats are nice. You know, he's got nice stats. You look at statistically, it looks fine. Watching him, he does not. I don't know what it is, man. And it's a little bit scary because he's 33 years old, a player who is, I think, very quietly. I say quietly because people associate Dame with, you know, shooting threes and stuff like that. But Dame is very quietly, very dependent on his quick twitch athleticism. Very dependent on it. And if he looks slower, and if he's lost a step, they are fucked. They're fucked. They're done. And I'm not talking about this year. They're done. Aren't Dame, Brooke, and Middleton on 4+ year contracts? I don't know about Brooke. Dame's contract moving forward. Again, this is just, let's just say he's lost a step. He's 33 right now. He's going to turn 34 in the summer. Also, $45 million this year, 48 next year, 58 in 2025, 2026. At that point, he'll be 35 going on 36 years old. Okay, that sounds like fun. Then $63 million in 26, 27 at 36. I mean, that is just shocking. %59 true shooting. Which, again, like, it sounds great on paper and stuff, but you watch him play, and it's not good. It's not good. He's legitimately one of the worst big-minute defenders in recent NBA history. He's that bad. He's at 7.6 free throws a game, which is two less than he shot last year. I really don't think we've talked about it before. Dame's foul grifting, how bad it is. But man, this is and they're still 35 and 21. I mean, the record's still great, but it's funny because you listen to any like national media podcasts or whatever the case may be, and they're all just like, "Oh well, the Bucks, they'll figure it out." I'm still scared of the Bucks. Well, it's the Bucks. Like I forgot what podcast it was, but they're talking about the Cavs and whether or not they were contenders, and the person talking is like, "Well, the Bucks are still," and it's like, why exactly? Like, why? Are we at the point now where it's like, okay, but are they? I get we want to say that they are because they have Giannis and they traded for Dame and this is supposed to be great, but we are scared of Giannis, not the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, because Giannis has been incredible. Yeah, Brooke looks like old Albert Pujols out there, where it looks like it physically hurts to be in motion. Like it's painful just walking. He was getting sauce last night. I mean, he still blocked some shots here and there, but and then that last play of the game last night, I mean, the Grizzlies did kind of shit themselves a little tiny bit to leave the door open. Who missed those free throws? Was it Lamar Stevens? Somebody missed two straight free throws that left the door open for the Bucks. 3-point game, chance to tie it. Dame brings the ball up. They try to set a screen in the backcourt with Brook Lopez. And Zaire Williams did a pretty good job on the screen. And then Dame just ran right into Brook Lopez. I mean, it was a shit show. I don't know what to make of this team. If you want to tell me, I mean, Giannis is playing at a great level. So if Dame figures it out, they're definitely scary, I guess. But, like, why am I just, like, giving them the ultimate benefit of the doubt? Because I don't feel that way. I've not been impressed watching them once this season. Not once have I left a Bucks game being like, oh, shit. Fuck. If Giannis a first-round exit, where does the Giannis discourse start to go? Oh, Giannis, unless Giannis has a disastrous playoffs, Giannis will not get any blame for this. And really, he shouldn't. And really, he shouldn't. Because what they got going on is sickening. Sickening. Giannis signed that extension, he might be screwed. I'm just if this is who Dame is moving forward, if there's no like people keep saying Dame will turn it around, dude. Again, he's an old small guard. When it's over for those guys, it's over. If he's lost a little bit of that quick twitch athleticism, they're in some deep jeopardy, man. Their offense, like, there's no reason their offense should be in the 20s for a 3-week stretch. No reason. So, anyways, terrible loss for the Bucks. Good loss for the Grizz, though. Or good win for the Grizz. Warriors beat the Jazz. This game was nuts. This game was absolutely insane. The Warriors had 120 points at the start of the third quarter. They had I think it was 90 points 2 minutes into the third quarter. Just insane offensive play because Klay Thompson coming off the bench. 35 points, 7 threes. They had 20 threes in this game. They were just raining threes. Steph didn't even play that great, shooting-wise. But the pace of this game was just unbelievable. And somehow the Jazz found themselves, thanks due in large part to Keontae George, 33 points, 9 of 16 from 3. Colin Sexton, who has been incredible. Markkanen didn't even really play that great in this game. But they found themselves in a great position to win the game. Down 1 with the basketball. And, man, John Collins had a fuck up. And it was kind of fun, kind of heartwarming and touching. Very Disney Channel movie-ish to watch. John Collins beating himself up, very upset about the turnover. Colin Sexton hyping him up. Again, Down one, chance to win. Great rebound. And maybe one of the worst passes you'll ever see. Yeah, Markkanen has been scuffling a little bit lately. And I do think part of it is they're without Kelly Olynyk now. Like, I think Kelly Olynyk helped him out tremendously by just opening up the floor a little bit for him. This video is classic. Yeah, I mean, it was a terrible pass. But what makes it even crazier is Colin Sexton. Again, Colin Sexton hyped up John Collins, being a good teammate, young bull. But Colin Sexton got like a wide open three to tie the game and then missed it. So the Jazz had their opportunities in this one to win it. But the Warriors, they had their 6-game winning streak or 5-game winning streak, whatever it was, snapped. They are last in their division. That's actually crazy. 27-26 is last in your division. That's nuts. They had their 5-game winning streak snap. But got a nice win on the road against the Jazz. Tough place to play. So they enter the All-Star break red hot as well, as are most teams in the West outside of the Sacramento Kings and Denver Nuggets. Every other team is scorching hot. So there we go. Should be an interesting last month or two of the season. Yeah, I'm about to wrap up. I know it's been a bit of a shorter one today, but I don't. There's 3 games. I'm pretty excited. Jesus, I'm pretty excited about the. Why did I forget what I was going to say? I'm pretty excited about the Rising Stars game tonight, to be totally honest with you. 2024 free agency. Paul George, player option. LeBron, player option. Drew, player option. Harden, Siakam, Clay, OG, DeRozan, Claxton. PG, staying with the Clippers. LeBron, I'm just going to guess, staying with the Lakers. Drew, staying with the Celtics. Harden, staying with the Clippers. Siakam, staying with the Pacers. Clay, staying with the Warriors. OG, staying with the Knicks. DeRozan, we'll see. Claxton, we'll see. Miles Bridges, staying with the Hornets. Tobias, we'll see. Pistons, that has Pistons written all over it. D'Lo's a free agent? I thought he had an option. Does your animated city background from your video have a sign that says B dot? It does look like that, doesn't it? But no, I don't know what it says. I got it off YouTube. Hartenstein's a free agent in the summer? Interesting. Valanciunas, Monk, Fultz, Heald, Melton, Conley, Olynyk, Dinwiddie, Trent, Tyus Jones, Kelly Oubre, Rocco, Gary Harris, Batum, Grayson Allen, KCP, Bruce Brown. Aren't they sort of an overpay for DeRozan or he walks away for nothing situation? Yeah. And here's the thing. They should let him walk away for nothing if it comes down to that. Not a great free agency class, especially because all the big hitters, I'm assuming, are going to... free agency just doesn't do it anymore. Like, it's not free agency is not really a thing. It's trades. Trading is the new free agency. Could see some sign-in trades, maybe. I mean, who knows? A lot of time between now and the summer. What if the Clippers have a disastrous playoff series? I mean, does Paul George say, you know what? Actually, I want out of here. I want out. I really doubt it. What if the Lakers, lose in the play-in? Does LeBron finally say, actually, I'm done? Clay's interesting. I really don't think he'll leave, but no way OG leaves. We'll see. some interesting players here, but how many real needle movers are going to be actually on the move? The answer to that question is not many. Wait, why did that tweet not pop up? Sorry if I included anyone who got extended. Plus, this is not the entire free agency list. Didn't include restricted free agency, likely all getting matched. Projected cap space this summer. Philly was $63 million. LeBron to Philly kind of makes some sense, but does LeBron want to go to Philly? Tobias Harris to Detroit, it's just, I feel like it's guaranteed to happen. On sort of like maybe a Fred VanVleet type deal, or maybe even like a 1+1 for like $40 million type of deal. If his agent was smart, that's the type of shit he'd be on. Orlando with $45 million is interesting. Orlando with $45 million is intriguing. Utah, Toronto, OKC, and the Spurs. It's kind of crazy. You don't see contending teams with cap space really anymore. So it's kind of interesting that the Sixers are going into the summer with $63 billion. If I had to guess, they bring back Buddy Hield. And maybe they have like 30-ish million to work around with after bringing some guys back. 30-ish. 20 to 30, which could still get you a pretty solid player in free agency. Who? I'm not entirely sure. So that'll be interesting to see play out. Any news on Embiid being available in the postseason? The Twitter doctors and YouTube doctors continue to say it's ridiculous to think this guy's coming back. And the Sixers are like, no, he'll be back. He'll be back maybe by the end of March. So we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, like wanting to clear the books to go after guys in the summer and free agency, that's a thing of the past. It doesn't really happen anymore. All right, guys. I know it's a shorter episode, but there's only 3 games last night. Sue me.